Welcome to another edition of BusttheNet. This is going to be the third episode of Preseason 3. We are going to continue to use Rocky, the 4-2-3-1 system, which employs two central midfielders. If you don't know why these have been set up like this, then you'll have to catch Preseason episode 2, where I actually explain how this whole system has been set up. We are going to continue with the system. We have a match against PSG now, and we're gonna try this system out with PSG against PSG and see how the boys do. We are unhappy that Gauchino is gonna be missing a large part of preseason. Lorenzo Christique, the captain, is injured. Nathan is injured as well. We have a few changes to this team. In midfield, Lucas Romero and Alejandro Salas will be anchoring the two spots in central midfield. In defense, Paul Rodriguez has a start for his first game. Amitaj, not exactly my favorite player, but he's going to have a look in at the inside forwards position. No changes to how I do opposition instructions. I have stopped using opposition instructions for quite a while now. Let's see how the system looks against our PSG. Much better opposition. You can see Sako is playing with them and Emre Can. Ryan Gold, a fantastic player from Sporting Lisbon. In my opinion, probably the best roundouter you can find. Salas to Amitaj, pretty decent start from West Brom. Oh, the cross. Keeley just wasn't aware of it. Again, I'm gonna be looking at my two central midfielders to make sure that they are doing their job. Amitaj is dropping, his condition is dropped down to 59, probably a large part down to his low strength as well and his age. Berkowitz does really well inside the box. Oh, what a fiery shot from him. As usual, during preseason, whenever I'm evaluating any kind of a system, I do not pay attention to set pieces. Set pieces are my bonus in the game. If they do well, it's usually because I've set it up right. I will always look at set pieces in a season and adjust them according to the tactic that I'm using. Not bad, 66 possession, doing pretty well in terms of possession. Amitaj still a concern for me on the right flank, but he will carry on playing there. Makes Uraka, what a cross. Finds Berkowitz. Berkowitz, the two central midfielders obviously controlling the midfield right now. Pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with the way the 4-2-3-1 is looking against PSG right now. I didn't expect us to completely dominate possession and deny PSG any opportunities in our goal. That's surprising. A very good free kick from Matt Hadrell. Most definitely replacement for Nathan for the long run. I'm so proud of this kid. He came from the academy, and one fine day my scout came, my head of youth development reminded me I should have a look at him, and I did, and I was pretty impressed with what I saw. Mixiraka is one of my favorite fullbacks in the game right now. Amitaj inside the box. Oh, hits the crossbar. Key highlights are pretty good to use as a gauge. All the highlights that have been shown thus far have been of us attacking them. Well, I think Amitaj will be coming off at halftime, and Matt Hadrell. There's no point risking both of them. Nathan is injured, so Matt Hadrell will have to start a few of the games this season. I will now look at changing things around. We don't have anyone else to play in Matt. We don't have anyone else who can play in Matt Hadrell's position as well. Amitaj will come off and make way for Moreno. Up front for Matt Hadrell, I will put in Slavchev because he's got play killer balls as a PPM. Slavchev, his PPMs include tries killer balls, shoots from distance, plays 1-2s, dictates tempo, and arrives late in the opponent's area. And he's got good teamwork, so he should, even though he's an MC, he should be able to slot into that AM's role, even though he's not trained as an AM. Romero does really well. Perkovic, wow, Keely misses a golden opportunity. Let's get Wembangamo a shot now. Well, things have certainly changed for PSG. Let's see. I think they've changed the system. Yes, they certainly have. They're now playing a... Or did they start with the system? I can't remember now. There's definitely a lot more urgency from them. We'll see how our players hold out. Slavchev, what a tackle. Gets the ball off the PSG player, brings it forward. There's a lot of support. I like to see that. Romero there with support. Robledo wins the ball back. The boys are tackling very high up the pitch. We'll now take Robledo off and bring on Luke Garbett. Okay, Martin Silhavi will now play in place of Lucas Romero, and Pineda will come on for Alejandro. Pineda is 19 for tackling. If there's any player who can rule midfield, it's him. Come on, Wembangamo. What a cross. First time even. But his Keely is just a fraction offside. I've got high hopes for Simplice Wembangamo. Moreno out wide as the inside forward. Finds Pineda. Pineda does a beautiful ball to Perkovic. Perkovic is... Oh, this is looking beautiful. Silhavi playing as in my corner set pieces. I'm always got midfielders who are holding midfielders who are staying outside the penalty box during our set pieces, especially corners. Wembangamo with the throw-in finds Slavchev. Nicely done. Moreno has the ball as an inside forward, dropping really deep. Oh, Perkovic, miles of space, finds Keely. Keely again. I'm not surprised. Keely doesn't have. Keely is not as polished a striker as the rest of the team. And we've got our first teamers, our Gauchino, Nathan, Berkovic. These are the starters in the team. Around Daughter, that was Berkovic. Around Daughter rarely ever tackles, so I'm not surprised to see that. We could have conceded a goal, but hey, still undefeated even in friendlies. I want to see that streak continue. Come on, boys. Show me something more. Pinata, get to the ball. Oh, Pinata, you're a slow boy. 12 for pace for Pinata. If he had like 15 for pace, he would be the most phenomenal defensive midfielder I've ever had in the game. Pau Rodriguez is 67. I'm gonna let these players finish the game. Not a bad dominant performance from West Brom using the 4-2-3-1. Pretty happy thus far with this 4-2-3-1. Happy enough for me to put it up for anybody who wants to use it as a template on my site at addicted2fm.com. Okay, no point not telling them I wasn't happy with the goals. West Brom beating PSG. PSG last season hammered Real Madrid 4-0 in the Champions League quarterfinals. So we have just beaten some pedigree. So I'm really happy. Alright, okay, we're gonna try something with 4-1-4-1 right now for our friendly match against Jiangsu. In the system, which is pretty similar to the one I did earlier on the 4-1-4-1 variants, the many variants you can do with the 4-1-4-1. I did that in a YouTube video a week or two ago. This is a similar system. There's only one slight difference between the two. This one employs the DM, the other one employs the DLP. We have two mid-round-outers here. We have an advanced playmaker and a ball-winning midfielder in Slavchev. We're going to use Keely as a F9. He'll drop down. You can also have a slightly different one, which is this 4-1-4-1, also using a DM here. Mid-round outers here, a central midfielder and attack who'll dribble more, and a central midfielder on support. But in this case, we have a centre forward holding up. I don't mind this system. It's okay on paper, but my only concern is he's gonna have a lot rests on the shoulders of a centre forward here to hold up the ball. I much prefer this, where he drops down, creates space, and these two guys come in. There will be some nice running that you will see these two do. We will set this up on attacking instead of we'll also take this off. So that's the system that we're going to use. I'll see if I have any substitutes. Salas has been playing a lot of games for us thus far, and I don't really have anyone else to put there except for maybe Tran. So we'll let Salas play for about a few minutes, half an hour or so. I'll take him off because I'm risking a lot in preseason. Quite a few of my players are going to be injured before the season proper starts. Okay, here we go. Jiangsu should again. This is preseason. We're just looking to see if the system flows the way we expect it to flow. We're looking for how it handles space. That's it. And then if it proves to be okay, then it's going to work in the full season. You don't have to worry that much about it. We're using NATO here. I think he's an under 21 as well. So Keely, you can see that by virtue of him being so deep, he does well to hold up the ball. If he can, then he can bring the others into play. Derler, rash tackle from him. That's the reason why he's on loan. I don't like his style of football one bit. Oh, what a ball. Ooh, you sweet mid-round doubter. Luke Garbutt coming in free, unmarked from the left flank. He's on sitting narrow, cuts inside. This is of course of a throw-in, but it doesn't really affect the other side of the pitch. But Garbutt did really well. 4 minutes in, the boys have started scoring. I'm looking at Lucas Romero, who's at 80%. That's not good. I should think of substituting him. So we'll see quite a few youngsters take to the pitch very soon. Pineda playing as a defensive midfielder. Murillo to Salas. Salas finds Garbutt, who's sitting a bit narrow. That's where I wanted him to be. Robledo does a really nice pass to Keeley, who's an F9. Gets into the box. Doesn't have the talent of Gauchino. Also under 21 in my side. Gauchino's out injured. Berkovic could start, but I'm keeping off the bench. Oh, what a strike from Slavchev, grazing the top of the crossbar. Salas, Romero is out, tucks in, loses the ball. Slavchev is there to pick it up. Nice to see. That means my players aren't too far apart. Slavchev has got long shots. Slavchev has got a pretty good boot, so I don't mind him striking from range. He's got some really beautiful goals from range. Okay, so that's enough for extended. Let's go to key. Let's play wider. I shall start looking at taking Romero off very soon. Romero, Salas, all the first teamers are gonna be taken off. We're gonna take Keeley off as well and put in Berkovic, so quite a few players are gonna be swapped around soon. That's a nice goal from Callum Keeley. You can see how important it is when you are playing with just one player near the box. As a F9 or a center forward, the importance of having the right player. Della is not in the same district as Mixiraka. Oh, this is not fun. Now they've got a red card. So we're gonna make some substitutions. I don't know who these players are. Jonathan Gee, Gerard Moreno, Jamal Tran. You can come on for Salas is more important. You're a new player. You can come from Romero. You can come on for Pineda. Andy Green. You can come on for whoever that is. Mixiraka, I'll keep you nice and fresh. Okay, here we go. Come on, boys. Have fun. So now we've got a whole bunch of players. I don't know their attributes. Some of them I do, like Martin Silhavi and Jamal Tran, but the rest of the team, like Miguel Pastana, he's new. He's, 17 years old. Marko Perkovic, I know him. Andy Green, I have no clue who you are. Jamal Tran, yes, you're a defense first choice. Marcel Rezek, never heard of you. Martin Silhavi, yeah, you are a substitute in the main team, so I'm happy. This 4-1-4-1 is decent enough. It works. The whole idea here is to share with you guys the logic of why we make certain systems the way we do. Here again, I want to reiterate. Look, Green can't play that position. Okay, Razak can't play that position, so Slavchev comes out here. Okay, so we have an F9 dropping down. We want this advanced playmaker to be near him to support him. We want these two guys to be cutting in, so that's what we're looking for. That's exactly the kind of football we want to see. So Perkovic is here. You can see Razak is already up here. Of course, Perkovic is an idiot. We can lower the tempo or play narrower. This should help. There's no point playing retain passing or short passing, forget that. Retain possession is just gonna, you might even see players hoofing the ball even more. That's what I call skill. That's what I call a goal. I love it when West Brom are on tour. Here they are in China. See how Slavchev somehow or another manages to jump and hit the ball over a player and get to the ball to pass it to Perkovic. Only happens in Football Manager. Okay, Murillo is a 6.8. I'm looking now at my players to make sure that none of them are gonna get screwed over by my preseason antics. Yes, we want to change. We want to take off Murillo. But Donato Bruno, he's new, so let's give him a run too. Perkovic to Green. Green scores. Who the hell is Green? I'm suffering from a cold. Come on, Green, who are you? Quick, let's see the goal. Then we'll check out who you are. I have no clue who this guy is. He's probably from my academy as well. Green, who are you? Green, come on, show me your face. Oh, Simon Slavchev is injured. That's not fair. Green, look at him. He's only a 2-star. His current ability is squat. Comes from my under 18 side. Oh, Simon, you poor thing. You. Okay, we'll put this guy in. I don't know who this guy is either. Let's go. Ghee. Man, if I was ghee, sounds like something my mom will put into her food when she's making me some delicious bread. Here we go. Razak to Nito. Whole bunch of people I have never even thought I'd be playing. Garbett to Green, and Green is going to launch it in the air. Finds Razak, who has time, and shoots. Yes, I think here at this point in time we can rule out any fantastic discoveries with the 4-1-4-1. This is largely due in part to A, the opposition, and B, the fact that the opposition, who are already handicapped as it is, are now further handicapped by being a man down. (5-0) preseason, not bad. Nice way to close our preseason. We don't have any more games after this. It's the Community Shield. The first thing I'm going to do after this game is immediately take my players off light training and put them onto their high intensity individual workouts and set general training to ball control. So here we go. The boys have done pretty okay in the 4-1-4-1. So which system should I use for my team? It looks like I will probably use my 4-3-1-2. I still will, but I might mess with the 4-2-3-1. No, the 4-4-2 white diamond, because that system is the closest system to my 4-3-1-2 that I have, and I can use my my stable of strikers. It's gonna be silly of me to use a system where I can't use all my strikers in the team. I've got world-class strikers in Gauchino, I've got world-class strikers in Moreno, I have a world-class striker in Perkovic, and I've got Matt Handrell and Callum Glee. That's 5 players I can use. So there is there is no need for me to use the 4-1-4-1 or the 4-2-3-1 right now. Oh, they did well. We lost Simeon Slavchev, so that's a pity. Luke Garbett had a brilliant game. So here we are. Preseason is done. We have rounded up a few tactics that I like. We will be using, for fun and laughs, the 4-4-2 diamond. For fun and laughs, maybe the 4-2-3-1 Rocky system. I still will use my 4-3-1-2 for the whole season. I'm just going to use this for some of the matches that we play, just to, you know, have some fun. I don't really care because familiarity is already fluid for my Rocky, and for my Diamond it's fluid, and for, okay, they're all fluid. Yeah, I love it. I love this. All done. Preseason training was done really well. My team is fluid now in quite a few tactics as well as those that have been listed above. Okay, training. So everybody goes to heavy now. So this is what I do. Once I've played my last preseason match and I'm 1 week away from the Community Shield, the players start training. So everybody's gone to heavy training now. Some people might disagree with me, but it's worked for me. I haven't had any major issues. Some people will probably carry on until the Community Shield match is played, but to me that doesn't really make much of a difference. If you are not being if you're using logic in the way you set training up, you shouldn't have a major issue. So if you can see, last season I ended with a heavy, that means I did more ball control than I did tactical. So now I will go to tactical, low. I shall continue to work on tactics for a while. Take this and bring this down to 10% and give my players a rest. Attacking movement against Marseille, we will be defensive positioning. Against Wigan, will be attacking movement, attacking set pieces, and attacking movement. So our preseason is done. I've done all the tactics. In an attacking system, this guy is almost always a sweeper keeper. All these tactics will be made available at addicted2fm.com. I will make my 4-4-2 white diamond available. I'll make a Pepe, the 4-1-4-1 available, as well as the 4-2-3-1 Rocky system. Now, a word of caution, these have all been set up with my team, you know. My players, I know my players inside out, so I know who can play where. You will need to apply the same logic to your own teams as well. You're gonna have to ask yourselves whether or not the players that you have at your disposal are going to be suitably can play these systems. Furthermore, I've only tried them out for a few games. I mean, on the face of it, when I look at the movement, I look at the way they handle space, I know that the systems will work. It's just a matter of fine-tuning maybe an instruction here, or perhaps even changing a player for another player. They should work. So if you have any questions and if you enjoyed this episode, please let me know. Please subscribe. If you have any comments to share, you know where to find me. Till we meet again, I'll catch you guys soon. My name is Rashidi. I'm out of here.